Hello, Dan and Phil Games
Hi.
Incomplete. Oh, you see what I did there?
I see what you did there, Phil.
What a
you
trickster.
did a thing that wasn't complete.
I did a thing that wasn't complete, which is what this game is
like
all
my
about.
soul. It's another Google thing.
Woo!
I love seeing what people search for. Not, because it's always really weird. and it makes me sit up at 3 a.m. going, why is it all poop, sex, and death?
I'm hoping it's not going to be poop, sex, and death today, and we're going to get some insight into humanity. So let's play Google Incomplete Game.
Is that what it's called?
Well, it's called idiots.win, but that doesn't make
the
any
Google
sense.
Incomplete Game.
Google-
They need some better branding for.
Autocomplete game. That makes more sense.
There we go.
Yes.
That kind of makes sense. So how does this differ from the other things?
Basically, we've got to vote which one we think is the best
Right.
or the top result.
So, for example here, what is Google's top result for help my pee? Again, this is wrong because penis is not one of the options.
Oh, wow.
Help my penis!
Is that something
to
you
do
just
what?
searched?
Yeah. Help it.
Help my
Please.
puppy eats poop.
No.
Help my puppy has diarrhea. My phone is hacked.
Phone is hacked.
I think how many people have pools? Not that many people have pools.
How many people have puppies? Okay, well, I think it's phone.
I think it's
and I don't
puppy.
think it's hacked because nobody gets their phone hacked regularly.
I think it's the puppy has diarrhea.
I think it's phone.
Oh.
What happens now?
Right.
All right. Well, I'll let you do this one, Phil.
Okay.
Your vote is.
I'm thinking it's puppy diarrhea.
You think people can spell diarrhea?
No!
No. Okay.
help-
I'm gonna go with help my phone.
What?
Yes.
I guess that's the obvious one.
That's the game. Okay.
Yeah.
Are you ready? Ooh. Oh, that was.
No! You're banned from doing that on this channel.
That was a good one.
Oh.
Oh dear. I apologize.
Number 2.
Why can't I cry?
Why can't I poop?
My soul is in so much pain, and I don't have nearly enough fiber.
Why are cats better than dogs? One of the questions
Who's
of the
typing
ages.
that?
Not
I
my
will
nose.
find you. I will kick you.
Why can't I poop? This is an issue people have. Cats. I don't know what catfish
Why
and
cats
hockey.
purr? I'm gonna go with that.
Oh!
No! Oh shoot! Okay.
I think it's why can't I poop?
no.
It was closer though.
It was closer.
Yeah.
Right. I think.
Why can't I
Why can't I cry? Really?
What? Okay, that one.
Do not tell me.
Why cats are better than dogs? Oh, it's a weird hockey one that we don't understand. Why catfish in hockey? That's just loads of words that I don't know what they
As
mean.
if there's more people searching things about hockey than cats.
Yeah.
And crying and pooping.
Is Bigfoot real?
I mean, I don't know. I mean, look at is Big Chief still married? All these little things. It's got to be is Bigfoot real?
Yes! I knew it.
Conspiracy theories.
Do you think Bigfoot is real?
No.
I mean, they
What is Bigfoot?
They
A
found-
yeti in the woods.
It's a
No.
big hairy man. They've found giant footprints and they've seen outlines of giant humans. He could be
And
there.
what about the Loch Ness Monster, Phil?
I think that's an elephant.
And
No, seriously. There was a picture of the Loch Ness Monster, and people say it might be an elephant that escaped from the zoo around the same time, and it's
for what, like 100
no, and then
years?
its trunk is in the water, looking like the Loch Ness Monster in other
And
pictures.
how do you explain people seeing the Loch Ness Monster for longer than an elephant's been alive?
Because it's had babies, and
With
they
what other elephants?
it was pregnant.
What's it? Is it asexual?
No,
it's
it was pregnant when it escaped, and then the babies made babies with each other, which is a little bit incesty, but I think that's what the Loch Ness Monster
And
is.
then the clone of Avril Lavigne.
Don't
With
get me
a
started.
file full of Mandela effect spelling mistakes
No.
from various brands, like Fruit Loops.
Yeah.
No, Phil. No.
Either that or it's a Leopluridon.
Can I be a Jew?
You can be a Jew.
Can you be a Jedi? Yes. Can I be a journalist with an English degree?
I think it's going to be, can I be a jockey? I think lots of people want to ride horses as a ambition. That's my choice, just select
More
it.
people than you think are going, oh god, what am I doing with my life? I have to go to college. What do I do? Well, I guess I'm good at English. What can you do with that? I guess, like, I have a Tumblr. I'm a blogger. I'm basically news. I can be a journalist.
Ha! Take that in the ear. I'm going to do,
Jedi.
a Jew.
Really?
Well, Jews.
There we go.
Okay.
More popular than Star Wars.
My boyfriend can't. Whoa, I don't know if we can have this one on the channel.
That's censorino.
Yeah, okay, censor that.
Well, then what about Get Me Off?
That's okay,
kind
we
of the
can-
same
we can
thing
keep
in a
that.
less vulgar way. The other one is Tickle My Bum.
I
if
think
you're wondering
that's
what
what
it
it
says.
is. I'm going to say dance because a lot of people can't dance, like me.
No.
Oh, what do you think? Is it the one that we're blurred? Is it?
I think it is.
No, it's
okay, okay. Men being unable to
do things.
Finish a lady's
Stop it.
process.
Process.
We're censoring it. Okay,
flagged.
right. Get me off. It's the same thing. There we go. Right, the same thing.
Are your
Phrase,
parents
let's go
Santa? No, they are not. And anyone that thinks that is just beyond
Are
any
your
kind of magic.
parents Santa?
Well, it's people googling.
Who is the your? Google.
Is Google's
Hello,
parents
Google.
Santa?
Are your parents Santa?
Beep boop boop. Yes.
Are your parents beavers? Cause damn.
Oh,
I mean that would satisfy the quota for the last question.
Are your pants a compressed file?
Because I'd like to unzip them.
Oh, I didn't know that one.
Yep.
Are your
go.
photos on your SIM card, or are your parents strict? I'm gonna go with the
chat up line. It has to be beavers, cause damn. Come on, please.
No.
No, what's wrong with people?
That's not what I chose. I'm choosing the SIM card because I think people are boring.
No,
closer.
It's not going to be compressed file because that's like the other chat up line.
Yeah.
But it's even nerdier.
Parents strict. Santa.
We're so bad at this. Santa, right?
So many people Googling
okay.
that. Let me tell you, he's real. I saw the bells and heard the sleigh.
No one watching this is 3, Phil.
They
I
might
think
be.
we can say that
No!
Santa
Why
is
is-
Avril Lavigne's clone. What did you think I was going to say?
Oh,
That
yes.
is an elephant and is really hairy and goes in the woods with Nelson Mandela.
Santa Della effect. Can I shoot my gun in the woods? No.
Myself, if this video keeps going on.
Can I shoot my dog? Who's googling that?
The cat people from the
Oh
first
my
question.
gosh.
We found you.
We've gone into the disturbing
You
part of
horrible
Google.
people. Can I shoot in my backyard in North Carolina? That is so North Carolina. Can I shoot on my property? No.
Can I shoot my dog? No.
Can I shoot in my backyard in North Carolina?
It's the gun in the woods.
Why do people... Do they just want to go hunting?
They want to
and play
go
with guns.
kill an owl.
Guns are bad.
Don't kill owls.
Are rocks alive?
Are rocks alive?
I love that two people are like, are rocks and minerals the same thing? Because I'm like studying for my
I
biology
love this
course,
concept.
and then everyone else is like,
Are rocks alive?
is the ground feeling?
I want to think people are asking if rocks are alive.
Wait,
Yes! So many people think rocks are alive.
3 of those are the same thing, and you just went for it, Phil.
But
That
still.
was brash.
Do you think rocks are alive? They might be. How do you know they're not? They might just be moving
What
really
is
slowly.
life? I
What?
mean, all biological entities are just trying to reproduce
Yes.
and keep a life going, and the only thing that separates us from plants is that we're just more complicated, and unlike a plant, which
Dan,
just
you're making
tries
me dizzy.
to pollinize
Stop.
and photosynthesize to keep its life going, we have this complicated brain, all these feelings, and blah blah blah. But what is a plant different to a rock that just is?
Well, do you want me to break your mind? According to science, fire follows every single part of being alive. It reproduces. It eats.
By definition,
Yes! It does all of the
eats.
things. Fire is alive.
Whatever.
Yeah.
Shut up.
Are
Go sit in the woods.
Are ghosts real?
No.
It's got to be ghosts. Come on.
Are
vote.
grapes gluten free? Are grapes good for you? No, no grapes,
Grapes?
man. They will mess you up. If you have more than 2 grapes in a day, you will die.
Ghosts. Yes. Ghosts are real.
But I
yes.
wanted to contemplate genetically modified
Okay,
things.
let's not do that today.
Are there any games on today?
Are there any gay country singers? Are there any gas
That's
stations?
just a valid
near me?
question.
Yeah, good movies out. That's like asking a friend. Google
Are
doesn't
there
know
any
everything.
good viruses?
What?
Have you got bird flu? Love it.
I think it's a hacker that's talking there, not someone that wants bird flu.
Do you reckon? Are there any good viruses? Can you get me a virus that just like answers my emails for me?
I think it's gas stations.
I would download that. No,
Ah!
I think. Okay,
Gay country singers.
Phil.
What?
Let's discuss these, okay?
Okay.
Sport or movies?
Sports. Yeah,
Yes.
it was the sports.
Why are white?
Why-
I don't know, Phil. Why do you exist?
White, oh, white, white light as bad luck, white blood cells high.
White blood cells low.
Rhinos.
Endangered
Aw.
because of horrible people.
Don't poach the rhinos with your guns in the
And
woods.
protect the environment. Why are blight cells important?
Did you say blight wood cells?
Blight?
Blight wood cells?
Blight? Clodwells.
Blight Gladwells. White rhinos.
No, I think it's important.
No, we're
like,
so bad at this.
why are white lighters bad
I
luck?
don't know.
Are gamers good in bed? Because baby, I play a lot of League of Legends.
Oh.
I have hand cramp, but good reactions.
What are you talking about? You can't just categorize people into certain groups and say that they're good at certain things.
Well, is someone that plays video games, ergo someone that challenges themselves at thinking and reaction speed, going to be better at sleeping?
Maybe.
Which is obviously what
Maybe
that's
they will be
talking about.
good at sleeping faster. Are
Problem
gamers
solving.
nerds? Nothing wrong with being a nerd.
What is a nerd?
Sexist, lazy, or smarter.
It seems like a lot of insecure teenage boys
don't be
have been on
insecure.
Google here. Look, you can be good on bed and like League of Legends.
I'm gonna say-
And you can watch Star Trek and you can respect women and all genders and be proactive in your life and enjoy some casual video games on the weekend.
I'm gonna go
And do good in school.
nerds.
Believe in yourselves.
Yes!
The answer to that one is
I
yes,
could
yes,
tell
they
that.
are gamers and nerds. My mind
It's being
controlled!
What is that for?
It's the same people that are Googling about the conspiracies.
Oh my gosh. Illuminati.
We just need some tinfoil hat for this
My
video.
mind is better than everybody. That was a bit of a megalomaniac there.
Wow, okay.
Better than
My
everyone.
mind is becoming dull.
Oh no.
We need to get on the gaming.
My mind is being controlled.
That is the same as the first one.
Me a Ribena.
It is the same as the first one.
Get me some snacks. Did you hear that? I heard something really weird. Oh, look where this came from. This is so miraculous.
Phil was like, I bought some snacks, and I was like, what? He was like, I'll film some gaming videos. Phil bought an entire tub of Tangfastics.
It's necessary. I think it's... My mind is being controlled. Boop. Ooh.
Millennials are
Killing lunch.
the YIF industry.
What?
Millennials are most of the YIF industry.
Millennials are killing the movie business. Napkins.
By torrenting things.
Oh.
And Netflix.
Department stores. Definitely, because I never go outside and buy things.
But are millennials killing department stores because we like to buy things off the internet?
The world. The
Or
internet is
has
killing
the world
department
just
stores.
moved on and stores are shit? Lunch?
What? How
Sorry,
how
I
do you
mean,
eat lunch?
I love lunch. No one's
Yeah.
taking that away from me. Oh,
Department stores.
oh,
Lunch.
oh,
Napkins.
napkins.
I don't understand what that means. Maybe they
Phil,
just
what's
do...
your problem with napkins?
I like napkins.
I like napkins.
Good for wiping my mouth.
Yeah.
Is this fabric softener?
Google.
It's
Person typing on keyboard. Is this fabric softener?
Just pouring Persil all over their laptop as they type. Is this for real meme? Is that you, Dan?
Is this
Did you
for
type
real?
that?
Oh!
Fabric softener. It made me laugh the most.
Oh! I think it's people going, what's the day? What's oh!
Is this for real? What does that mean?
It's people searching the meme without meme.
What's wrong, Dan?
I'm just wondering who's typing all of these things.
Are we reaching the end of the tunnel?
Is it a bored teenager questioning their reality?
Yeah.
A crazy person that likes to murder dogs, shoot guns, and question what's up with millennials? Or is it someone that's like, is fabric softener
I think it's just
real?
a nice
Yeti
selection
tinfoil hat?
of the world.
I mean, you're either a bored teenager, a grumpy old crazy person, or a conspiracy theorist. Which one are you?
All of the above.
I'll prove this with the next one.
Why
Okay,
are-
the next one,
Yeah.
and I will do like two more because this is gonna make me start being like, who am I sharing society with?
Okay,
and
okay.
I'm getting a bit scared.
Why are barns red? Why are barns red?
I don't know,
They
Phil.
don't really match the environment they're in, do they?
No, they
They
don't.
could be green.
Good aesthetic, though.
Why are beets good for you?
Why?
Why are books banned? Why are
Ooh.
butterfly knives illegal? There's your weird guy.
Mm-hmm.
And why are bees important?
Well, there we go.
Bees are important, and I know why. Because
Why,
they
Phil?
pollinate all the flowers.
Stop colony collapse disorder.
Someone told me it was mobile phones because they don't like the signals, and they started.
Okay, so
happening.
bees are important to conspiracy.
Yeah.
Why a butterfly knife's illegal is the violent, crazy person.
Yeah.
And
I'm gonna say it's barns red. Because that is yes.
I have faith in
I'm
humanity.
so good at this game.
Humanity restored. It was not one of the weird ones.
Right.
Yes.
Last one.
Okay.
Last one. Is Africa a country?
No, my friend.
Is ain't a word?
Yes.
It ain't. Yeah.
Yeah,
Ain't,
it
ain't
is.
is a word. Is the thumb a finger?
Whoa!
It's a thumb.
This video, I thought it was going to be more about freaking out about what
Yeah.
people are saying, but these are
These
just
are, like,
really
good
interesting.
questions.
I'm just infuriated. This game should have a feature where next
Yeah.
year goes, by the way, Africa
is
is
a
a
thing.
country, ain't is a word, thumb is not a finger, archer is not dead, and peanuts are a nut. Thank you.
Is
bye.
a peanut a nut? Well, I think that's the most obvious one. A peanut is a nut, right?
Yes!
I am the king of this game.
And if we go up to the top, and look at our rating system, which we were hiding,
Yeah.
you'll find that we only failed 3, 6 bad, 2 okay, 4 great, 8 perfect.
Woo! We know Google more than Google knows
we know
you.
We know Google.
Google.
Closing thoughts, Phil.
I feel like we dived into the pool of humanity, and I don't know if we're going to climb back out again.
Do I like doing these kind of videos?
I like
or
these
do they,
videos.
They give me too much to
It
think
gives
about.
us an excuse to talk about the world.
But now I'm just
and
going to go
peanuts
Google all
and
of
bars.
these things and add to it, and then be
Yeah.
like, what is wrong with people? And tag yourselves in the comment below. Are
Yeah.
you angry crazy person, conspiracy theorist, or sad person Googling for help?
Let us know. So give us a thumbs up
Unless it's a finger.
if you enjoyed
Which-
this.
Moving on.
Our last video is over there. If you want us to do this again, let us know. My channel's here, Dan's channel's there.
Subscribe and goodbye, you bunch of weirdos on the internet.